Have you been interested in becoming a full-time day trader? You've seen the commercials, you've seen the advertisement, you love the lifestyle. If that was something that you're serious about or that you're interested in, do me a favor, watch this video because I want to give you some reality that very few people talk about. So first of all, my name is Coach Brian King. This channel is Kingdom Day Traders. We focus on making an impact in the kingdom, making an impact with day traders, and making an impact with community. What I want to share about today is something that I shared with my students earlier, and it was talking about the idea of questions that you need to ask yourself to see if you're teaching this as a reality or this is something that you're very serious about. So here's question number one. Do you have enough money to trade? In trading, there's a wide variety of different assets. You can trade the stock market. You can trade the futures market. You can trade the options market. You can trade stocks. In the United States, if you want to be a pattern day trader in the stock market, you need 25,000 USD. And that allows you to go back and forth in and out of positions as many times as you want to. If you want to trade options like this, 25,000, so you're known as a pattern day trader. Now, you can trade if you have lower than amount, but you can't trade each and every day, or you will be deemed a pattern day trader and they will actually freeze your account. So a lot of students I talk to see stocks, they see options, and they feel like that's the only thing to trade. But if you do some research, you can trade futures and you can trade Forex. I happen to be a Forex trader and also a day trader. In these different assets, it's very important for you to understand risk and reward ratios. Now think about this idea. Would you risk $1,000 just to make $50? Would you risk $100 to make $25? Hopefully the answer is absolutely not. But guess what? People do it all the time. So a good risk to reward ratio, if you want to take this seriously, is risking 1 to get 2. For instance, I'm risking $100 to make $200. I'm risking $100 to make $300. In trading, the most important thing that you can control is your risk management. Now, I know we see all of these videos online. They show you how easy this is, how you can join a Discord course and you can just follow trades. But let me tell you something. If you don't get the fundamentals of trading, that means nothing. I've seen people take signals and lose. Why? Because they might not understand market structure or they don't understand the difference of supply and demand zones for institutional buying and selling. So if you want to be a full-time trader, there's some things that are prerequisite that you have to have. Another thing is going to be solid education. If you don't invest in yourself, if you just think that you're just going to watch a couple of YouTube videos and just get a couple of different strategies, and that's going to be enough for you to be a successful trader, let me help you out. You're going to lose. I've seen so many traders watch from the lenses of being on the sidelines and think that this is an easy game. Truth be told, it's a very challenging game. It's very mentally taxing, and you have to have the right tools in order to be successful. Here's another thing to remember. A lot of retail traders are only using 50% of the tools, which means that you'll only win a third of the time. So if you really want to increase your chances of being successful, you can't trade like retail traders. You have to trade like institutional traders. Being able to identify order flow, value, finding out where the pending and order positions are, identifying institutional buying and selling. And that's another thing that you don't hear often. Why? Because you have to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever you're wanting to trade, you have to know who you're trading against. And so we have major institutions, right? And then we have retail traders. And the retail traders and the major institutions have a night and day difference. Retail traders have FOMO. They have fear of missing out. They just want to jump in the market. Retail traders lose 90% of the time if they don't have a system. And institutional traders win 95 to 97% of the time. So look at those stark differences between institutional traders and retail traders. Here's another thing that you need to have. You need to have a plan, not a hope, not a strategy that you got at the bar, not your uncle, not a gut feeling that, hey, I just feel like Tesla's going to go up. Because if you would have bought that today, Tesla dropped like gravity just kicked in. So we have to have a strategy and an objective that we want to reach if we want to call ourselves full-time traders. Here's another thing that you need. Discipline and consistency. You can't come into the markets and do it haphazardly. You have to be very intentional. And so with my organization, if you can kind of see my shirt, we focus on the M3 strategy, which is mindset, multiplication, and management, because trading is 70% psychological. And a lot of people would like to skip through that. But what we find is that if you don't have clarity in mind, clarity in thought, clarity in purpose, it's going to show up in the charts. The second M is multiplication. Once you have clarity in mind, now you work on the skill set of trading. And then the last thing is management. Say this with me. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. Do you know how many traders have made money and then have given that money and then money on top of that back? That only happens because they didn't have a plan. That only happens because they didn't have a strategy to exit. So as you watch these videos, you're going to find out that my voice sounds a little bit strong because I know what I'm talking about. And so hopefully as you're watching this and you're growing and supporting, and please subscribe below, you're going to find over here with Kingdom Day Traders that the purpose that we exist is that we want to make an impact in the kingdom. And so we use trading merely as a vehicle to operate in the gifts and the passions that God has given us to make an impact on this earth. Also, we want to touch 10,000 lives, 10,000 families of individuals that are searching and looking for purpose, and they're coming to the markets as a way to free themselves. Because to be very truthful about this, if you're not able to be financially free, if all your money is or time is just tied up at a job, and you're not able to have that freedom that you need, you know what's going to happen? You're just going to be living life, but you're never thriving. And so I'm sure that we can all agree that we don't want to just live in life. We want to thrive in life. We want things to work. We want to have dominion. We want to have power in what we do. In order for that to happen, you have to get in proper alignment. So do me a favor. Listen to some of the stuff that I mentioned. Put that into place so that you can be serious about your trading. Have a plan. Have a strategy. Treat this like a business. With that being said, this has been Coach Brian King. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe below, and we'll put some more impactful videos that will push you towards becoming a phenomenal trader.